Personality Development by Swami Vivekananda. We have done one episode of this book. In the previous episode, he talked about the components of the mind: Chitta, Manas, Buddhi, and the I consciousness, that is Ahankar. In this episode, we will discuss what is character, what activates the body mind system, what was the central message of Swami Vivekananda, etc. We start with what is character. Every action and thought of ours leaves an impression in our mind. These impressions determine how we behave at a given moment, how we respond to a given situation. The sum total of all our impressions is what determines our character. The past has determined the present. Even so, the present, our present thoughts and actions, will shape our future. This is a key principle governing personality development. The next question: what activates the body-mind system? This is an important question, the answer to which will help us have better knowledge of ourselves. This question engaged the attention of ancient Indian seers and sages. They experimented with themselves, their sensory and mental apparatus, and after a disciplined quest, they found out that there is a divine element in human beings, which is the mind of the mind, eye of the eyes, ear of the ears, and speech of the speech. It is this divinity which constitutes the real I and the eternal element in our personality. This divinity survives physical dissolution of the body. This divinity remains latent in us as long as we identify ourselves with our body, mind, and the sensory system. The goal of life, according to the scriptures and the great ones, is to manifest this hidden divinity. Now we come to the question: what was the central message of Swami Vivekananda? Swami Vivekananda's lectures, talks, letters, poems, his life's work is published in 9 volumes entitled The Complete Works of Swami Vivekananda. Is there any central message of Swamiji that runs through the passages of these 9 volumes? Let us hear Swamiji himself. My ideal indeed can be put into a few words, and that is to preach unto mankind their divinity and how to make it manifest in every movement of life. Man's inherent divinity was Swamiji's central message. The following famous quotation of Swamiji can be our mantra for personality development. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature, external and internal. Swamiji was never tired of rousing people to be conscious of their inherent divinity and perfection. He wanted this divinity to manifest in our day-to-day lives. In fact, he held this manifestation of divinity as the sole index of civilization of humankind. Develop the utilitarian problems of life seemingly to the utmost limits, and yet not realize that in the individual, the highest type of civilization is found in him who has learnt to conquer self. This universe is simply a gymnasium in which the soul is taking exercise, and after these exercises, we become gods. So the value of everything is to be decided by how far it is a manifestation of God. Civilization is the manifestation of that divinity in man. This divinity in us is the repository of eternal existence, eternal knowledge, and eternal bliss. The more it manifests, the more we experience abiding happiness and get supreme knowledge. Now we will get some tips on strengthening of willpower, the essence of personality development. The divine core of our personality is covered, as it were, by 5 dimensions. Physical dimension, consisting of our body and senses. Energy dimension, which performs digestion of food, circulation of blood, respiration, and other activities in the body. Mental dimension, characterized by the activities of the mind like thinking, feeling, and emotions. Intellectual dimension, characterized by the determinative faculty in a person. This is also the seat of discrimination and willpower. Last but not the least, blissful dimension, experienced as bliss during deep sleep. Each succeeding dimension is subtler than the preceding one and it pervades it. Personality development implies progressive identification with higher dimensions of personality. Thus, a person identified only with the physical dimension without exercising his higher mental faculties lives not far different from animals, whose pleasure and pain are restricted to the sensory system. Development involves struggle with one's lower mind, characterized by desires, old habits, wrong tendencies, impulses, and bad impressions. The lesser we identify with the lower mind, and the more we identify with the higher mind and exercise our buddhi, that is, our discrimination power, the more developed will our personality be. This involves struggle to grapple with one's mind and its old habits, to cultivate new and wholesome ones. But this struggle is the greatest of all struggles in that it makes us civilized in the real sense of the term by manifesting our divinity and thereby our hidden perfections. Now we will discuss some essential qualities for personality development. Number one is faith in oneself. Swamiji held faith in one's potential divinity as the sheet anchor of personality development. Faith in God came next only to faith in oneself. If one believes that one's real nature is the spirit, not the body or the mind, one would be a better individual with strong character. Number two is think positive thoughts. Swamiji decried in no uncertain terms weaknesses in human beings. Positive, wholesome thoughts based on our inherent divinity are essential for a strong character. Go on doing good thinking, holy thoughts continuously. That is the only way to suppress base impressions. Character is repeated habit, and repeated habits alone can reform character. Further, according to Swamiji, the only sin is to think of oneself and others as weak. Number three, attitude towards failures and mistakes. Swamiji advocated upholding the ideal once again, even if a person failed 1,000 times. He appreciated committing mistakes and learning from them rather than leading an inert existence like a wall which cannot even tell a lie. Number four, self reliance. Man is the maker of his own destiny, said Swamiji. We are responsible for what we are and whatever we wish ourselves to be. We have the power to make ourselves. Number five, renunciation and service. Swamiji held selfless service as a paramount means to character development. This, coupled with renunciation of selfishness and desire for the fruits of action, was considered by Swamiji as the twin ideal of our nation. Intensify her in those channels, said Swamiji, and the rest will take care of itself. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. In the next episode, we will start with It is personality that matters. Stay tuned to Devakshar and do like and share our videos. Subscribe to our channel if you already haven't. Thank you so much for being with us.